Waiting on the stream delay. There we go. And they're off. Okay, so we're starting with the standard Metroid fare here. You get dropped down into Brinstar. You have a short little cutscene. And we're off. First item, as is tradition, we pick up the morph ball first. If you try to skip it, you're really not going to get very far.
Nope, you'll be blocked by a wall and wonder, how do I get past this?
Yep, Kirby taking the safe strat of jumping over the enemies.
The defining feature of one of these Metroidvanias is you won't always need to go right, which is tradition in a lot of platformers throughout history.
Yep.
So our runners find themselves in Brinstar, which is kind of, I guess, maybe quote-unquote the main hub of the game. It'll be able to connect with almost every other area in the game, and you'll be seeing them go through it quite a few times to get to various different areas of the game.
Yep.
Kraid, Turian, and Norfair.
I think we go back and forth through Brinstar a grand total of, what, 4 times in this category?
You include the initial visit, that sounds about right, yep.
So, and we're taking a little shortcut here to skip Long Beam. Game told us, hey, go get Long Beam, and we said, no, we don't need that. Ooh, Kirby taking a hit falling through there. Ayaash also taking a hit. Oh, looks like he took one earlier that I missed. So taking hits is a big deal because hits affect missile drops in this game. The general overview is if you are full on health, then if the drop would be health, it gets transformed into a missile. So Kirby going for a double there and not getting it. Looks like Ayaash didn't go for it, which isn't the worst thing because Kirby really wants 2 missile drops here. Ayaash would get by with 1 a lot better than Kirby would. Kirby's going for that extra one. 2 missile high. Oh, he's opting to go up to farm this guy. There's his missile.
Oh, there's...
Ayaash taking a different approach, going in for the 1 missile hive room.
So optimally, you'll have 4 or 5 missiles, since it takes 3 missiles and 2 beam shots to kill each hive. And for every 2 missiles, that's, I want to say, 20 beam shots you gotta fire.
Yeah, I think you're right. So you can see Kirby having 4 missiles in hive room just dispatches that hive just way faster than Ayaash is with his single missile, but he wants to save that missile for the next 2 hives because hives take 3 missiles and 2 shots to kill.
Ayaash is taking a fall.
Yep, hive room is notorious. It's a difficult room for how early on in the run it is.
Yeah, it's notorious for all runners, not just beginners.
But the fortunate thing, Kirby taking a dip in the acid there. Fortunate thing is that we have that new strat to kind of run around the room and lure the bugs out of the way. It's a little slower, but it is probably 3,000 times more consistent than trying to just rush into the hives and hope they don't knock you down, which was the old strategy. Kirby getting his bombs here.
Yep, this whole entire detour was to collect the bombs which are necessary for entering either of the locations they could choose to head to, which would either be Kraid or Norfair.
I mean, if they need it, is it really a detour?
Well, I mean, it's out of the way.
Yeah, so see Kirby just rushing through the enemies there. That's the bug luck. Ayaash gets pretty good bug luck. I would not ever complain about getting bugs that were of that quality.
Those bugs can be very trolly. You can just have them sit inside their little hole for like 5 to 10 seconds before they'll drop down.
Oh yeah, those bugs can be really bad, but I think both runners got pretty solid bugs, so no big deal there. But basically, at this point, we're just going right to Norfair. The intended order would be Long Beam, then down to Norfair, then back up, and then back down to Norfair. It's a lot of backtracking that's intended, but we're going to be saying no to any of it because
Kirby's going to be picking up charge now. You don't need to pick it up. when you kill the worm, since obviously you're going to pass it on your way to Norfair.
Yeah, an interesting thing about any percent is that chargeless is a somewhat viable strategy. Kirby looks like he's farming drops here. I think he might be going for a refill skip.
He's going to need a little more health, though, if he wants to.
Yeah, his health is not the best. Ayaash looks like he's not a very good health, so he looks like he's just forgetting picking up any sort of drops, and he's just going to plan on healing at Ice Beam, which is kind of the standard approach. It's definitely slower, but depending on your health and ammo situation, it could wind up being a better decision. Oh, Kirby's not collecting any drops in this room.
That's odd.
There he is.
There you go.
Okay, he's just not getting that first one. Opting to conserve his missile with the bomb. Now Ayaash is just kind of using pseudo screw attack to just rush through the room very quickly.
So they're coming over to the left since there's a huge viney thing over to the right that they cannot pass until they've obtained Plasma Beam. So we're going to pick up Plasma Beam criteria.
Power grip.
It's power.
You literally cannot skip power grip because that vine is in the way. It's a very strange way they went about doing that, I think. Like, it just requiring items in a Metroidvania to progress is obviously a pretty standard feature, but like to just throw a vine that just despawns, it just seems very strange to me.
Yeah, there's also some places where they spawn vines after obtaining items. It's a really odd way to prevent you from getting to a location.
Yeah, Kirbymastah doing a little JBJ there.
So now
JBJ is short for jump, bomb, jump. Basically, you do a normal jump and place the bomb in midair, then jump and morph midair, so you kind of get propelled up a little higher than you would with just a bomb jump. And it can save you placing a bomb in a lot of spots, so small time save, but it really does add up over the course of the run, so you can do another one there.
Power Grip, which Kirby just collected and Ayaash is about to collect, is actually one of the most useful items in the game, but you wouldn't ordinarily know that unless you've played the Metroid Zero Mission Randomizer.
Yeah, Power Grip is a really underappreciated item. So Ayaash unfortunately missed the bomb jump, so he's going to have to do some wall jumps here, but
Kirby's getting a bad pattern of rippers.
Yeah. Oh, he took that hit. That's really annoying. He's at 79 and 5 is a really dire health and ammo count for a refill skip, so I think...
Oh, but Ayaash is at 78.
Yeah, I have to think Kirby's going to go for refill at this point. Just... I don't think he's really got the resources yet, and you can see him leaving some drops behind. Yeah, 99 and 8. I mean, this is really not optimal.
He should have 9 missiles.
Yeah, and normally you're looking for. He missed the drop even. That's unfortunate. There's no way he's gonna be able to do the refill skip here. It just, you need, I think the absolute minimum you'll want is like 99 and 12, 11 maybe. Kirby using some jump extends to try and skip ledge grabs there. Ayaash coming in behind him. He's in a much better ammo situation, and yeah, Kirby going for the refill.
But he's super low on health, so he'll probably need to refill anyways. He might be able to get away with it if...
absolutely not. He needs to be absurdly... No, even then, that's an extraordinarily risky decision for a race. Like, being anything less than full health and trying to heal skip is not a very good decision.
Kirby bomb jumping over the statue. He does not going to lose like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that statue is really bad. It shows you where Speed Booster is, and Speed Booster is 2 areas away, so... No, 2. Kirby making use of the well-placed developer-intended shortcut there. Ayaash kind of getting trolled by the Rippers. But...
So what makes any percent really cool is traditionally in a run, you would go to Kraid after picking up Ice Beam, but we're the developers added this shortcut with the intention of allowing the players to fight Ridley first, which is a little more difficult since the enemies there can do quite a bit of damage. You'll be seeing some T-Skig.
Kirby got hit in Vine Room, which isn't great because it reduces his chances of getting missile drops. But he's got 23 missiles here, and killing this requires 18. Looks like he's just going to play it safe here. I can't say I really blame him for that. Oh, Kirby! He didn't get all the vines on the right side.
This is one of the reasons why Cocoon is the worst boss in any percent.
Yeah, Cocoon can be really trolly in any percent. Looks like he did get all... Oh, Kirby. Kirby having a really unfortunate time with Cocoon there. His health is really low, too.
Oh, that was a nice drop from the Ripper, though.
All right, let's see how Ayaash handles it. Looks like Ayaash is also going to adopt some safe strats. Okay, cleared out the right side. Yeah, he's just going to freeze the Ripper on each side, which
it's a little slower, but it gives them some ammo for Ridley, which is always nice.
Yeah, that's the intended strat, but there's no variance there, really. Kirby farming up some drops. Oh, he's doing that JBJ. I love that JBJ. Oh, he's not...
Oh, that is a swag power grip grab, though.
He's not taking it right up to the top. The whole point of that JBJ is to take it right up to the top so you can just drop your bomb and blow up that, that bomb chain. True. But, I mean, that's Kirby for you. Going for swag above all else. Okay, let's see how he handles Side Hopper Room.
Yeah,
Side Hopper Room is...
These Skagos and the Pipe Bugs can do lots and lots of damage. I would say it's probably the most threatening room in the game, but I might be wrong here.
It depends. It really depends. Like, it's not that hard. It's just... It can troll you in rare occasions. Kirby, no! Dude, he fell! Oh, man.
That's going to lose him a lot of time.
You can do a really fancy backup with breaking the crumble blocks and wall jumping. You can see Ayaash taking it a bit safe through the Side Hopper Room here. Like, this is a really dangerous room if it goes badly. Okay, so... Kirby has to go through Side Hopper Room again. He picked up the safety E-Tank, so he should not at all have to worry about health. Ayaash taking a pretty sizable lead because of that mistake. Just by playing it a little safe and making sure he freezes the Ripper there, and he's missiling those side hoppers, so... Let's see. Ayaash picking up the first super missile tank. Kirby taking the Pillar Room a little safer this time around.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him either. Falling down once is bad enough. Falling down twice. Oof. Okay, Ayaash has to go through the room again to get back to pick up a second super tank.
Taking it nice and slowly. That way it doesn't fall.
Yeah. This room that Ayaash is in is an interesting room just because if you move very fast through the room, you will have no problems. If you mess it up, then sometimes the enemies are in the way and you can have some difficulty.
It's quite easy to mess up, and you'll end up having an extra
everything right in the way of the door, just like Ayaash had right there. So Kirby picking up his second super here. Ayaash making his way to Ridley, the fight, and killing the eye door with no problems.
We don't talk about that eye door.
Yeah. Kirby not doing fast eye door either. Ayaash picking up that as a safety E-Tank. I don't blame him in a race scenario. Single E-Tank Ridley is not the most trivial thing. Oh, Kirby picking up the third safety E-Tank.
If you run into Ridley a little earlier, then you will die. It's a matter of knowing when to run into him and knowing how to time your missiles.
Yep, and you also have to make sure not to turn him around, because if you do turn him around with one E-Tank, then you're in a really unfortunate spot. And because Kirby has 3 E-Tanks, he's just going to rush in there anyway and not really care. He's going to lose 2 E-Tanks worth of damage, and it's not even going to matter. Oh, he miscounted! Ah, okay. Ridley's down for Kirby.
I think it was one missile off.
I think it was, yeah, 1 or 2. He was very close, just slightly miscounted.
Now they're going to be making their way over to Crate, but they do have a...
Both of them got 4 supers from Ridley, which is great. That's exactly what you're looking for. Kirby's ammo situation is noticeably better than Ayaash's, but...
His health is noticeably lower as well, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, Ayaash picked up the E-Tank. Kirby's got way more than enough health at this point.
They're now going to, like I said, make their way over to Crate, but they do have a small detour. They'll want to go pick up High Jump.
Yep. High Jump is one of those items that, you know, if you're really kind of new to the game, you might think like, oh, all it does is make you jump higher. What's that do? But the important thing about High Jump is that it gives you more acceleration when you jump. So literally every time you jump, High Jump saves you time.
Yeah, the majority of the time save would be any of the vertical shafts. Like the one in Brinstar comes to mind, the one in Crate comes to mind.
Yep, anytime you need to go upward, High Jump is saving you time. So it's 100% worth getting. There's even an argument for getting it before going down into Ridley, but that's not the standard approach. The standard approach is what we'll be seeing here, where you go do Ridley and then go get High Jump.
Kirby is catching up.
Yeah, Kirby is not all that far behind at this point, but we still have some pretty major things in front of us. So,
or the Acid Worm Skip.
Yeah, Acid Worm Skip and Torian are...
Any percent Torian is...
Are 2 really big things. Any percent Torian is something. It's interesting because you have many more items than you have in low percent. So, you know, you have supers, you have a lot of missiles, you have High Jump, but...
You lack Wave Beam.
Yeah. Lacking Wave Beam definitely makes it interesting, just because anything involving freezing has a really bad hitbox. Just general rule of thumb, which every glitch we use in this game comes down to frozen hitboxes are bad.
That's pretty much it. Yep, be it door clips, various other clips.
I mean, it's pretty much just door clip and
floor clip.
Yep, pretty much. But that's all the glitches we do ever in zero mission speedrunning. So.
Well, the other one being Zeb Skip, which is also done using Ice Beam.
Yes, that's right. I'd forgotten about Zeb Skip. So we'll see. We'll see if we see Zeb Skip from either of these runners. Kirby is only about 1 room behind here. Ooh, very smooth climb from him through this room. So now we're coming up to HBJ, or hopefully not HBJ. We're coming up to AWS, which is, like we said earlier, pretty much the defining trick for zero mission any percent. It saves so much time if you can get it first try, but if you mess it up, you lose a lot of time. So we'll see how these two handle it.
Let's see how Ayaash does here.
Yep, Kirby hot on his heels. We'll see what happens here. Kirby almost not shooting out the block there. Both of them shooting out only the...
Oh wow, they're almost safe.
Oh, Ayaash gets it! No, Kirby! Kirby doesn't get it. Oh, well, man.
I imagine we'll see HBJ from Kirby.
Yep. I'm a little surprised to see him not go out of the lava, but not really. And, oh, nice. First try HBJ for Kirby.
I'm not sure I've seen Kirby HBJ out of the lava, though.
I mean, I haven't seen him do much of anything, to be fair, but...
That's true.
But, yeah, Ayaash taking another chunk of time here. I think HBJ loses probably about 15 seconds if I had to guess.
It sounds about right if you
get a first try like Kirby did. Well, yeah, you can see frozen hitboxes being bad on Ayaash's screen as he just kind of falls straight through a frozen side hopper there.
Yeah, it made him get hit by a Rio or two.
Yep. All right, Ayaash falling down, but we have high jump, so not a big deal. All right, so watch Ayaash's screen very closely. If you look very carefully, you might see a boss fight. I'm not sure I saw one that time.
I was paying attention to Kirby's screen myself.
Yeah, I was looking hard for a boss fight, but I don't think I saw one. Kirby? Okay. That super scared me. Oh, man.
Kraid is known for being the hardest boss of 100%, so if you miss your supers, you might be in for a surprise.
Yeah, Kraid is funny because he's absolutely pathetically easy in any percent and very much non-trivial in 100%. Kirby setting up for refill glitch. Kirby not getting refill glitch. Oh, Ayaash not storing the Shine Spark. Oh man, so he's gonna have to wall jump up here. That's not a huge deal, but
having high jump definitely helps for scaling out well.
Ayaash getting sniped out of his Shine Spark there. So, we didn't actually mention Speed Booster.
Oh yeah,
Speed Booster is a hugely important item. It obviously lets you move faster.
Ayaash, no!
Oh no, he fell, dude.
This will give Kirby.
Let's see if Kirby can catch up here. Kirby, there he goes. Okay. Okay, Ayaash got it this time. Kirby hot on his heels again. Oh man, what a race we have going here.
Oh, Kirby takes the lead.
Yep, Kirby takes the lead with a very smooth climb through that room.
I'm struggling here a little bit though.
Yeah, so let's see. This is another interesting part. I'm curious if we're gonna see anyone go for Brinstar Super. Kirby, what are you doing in this room? Oh boy.
I'm interested if anyone will go for the Brinstar E-Tank as well. It's not necessarily.
I don't expect to see Kirby get it. Oh, looks like Kirby's setting up for Brinstar Super. And Ayaash is skipping it too. Ooh, Kirby's going for Brinstar Super. Watch. Oh, he misses it. Oh, he presses down too early. Is he going to go back for it? No. Yeah, that's the standard decision. It's worth going for once and then not again. Ayaash looks like he just skipped it. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he's probably planning on refilling at the top of Brinstar. Kirby, what are you doing in this room? Yeah, refilling at the top of Brinstar is slightly slower, just because it's a little more out of your way and it adds a door transition instead of these half transitions that we're seeing on Kirby's screen.
It's certainly a little smarter to heal its speed booster using the refill glitch that Kirby attempted to go for.
That's the fastest approach, if you can get refill glitch.
Your other option is obviously to heal the statue at the bottom of Brinstar, the one that set you to long beam.
Yep, that used to be a common thing at one point. I think a long time ago, taking top route and healing like we saw Ayaash do was the standard approach.
Oh, I was more referring to the bottom statue.
Yeah, that was a thing for a little bit too. I think that was before refill glitch was found. I don't know though. Refill glitch has been a thing for a long time. But I think initially we went to top route because it's better for game time.
All right, so now we're in the most volatile part of the game. Any percent Turian can be.
Yeah, any percent Turian is. Oh, Kirby farming the first drops. He's not at full health though. I can't say I blame him, but. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into any percent Turian. It is a really complicated part of the run.
Knowing how to play Turian is very, very important, I think.
Yeah, if you know how to play any percent Turian, you're going to have a significantly better time than someone who just uses supers as they appear. Like, we can see Kirby kind of managing his supers versus missiles usage here. So you can see him saving supers for a few strategic locations.
Kirby's getting some pretty good luck, though, with the super drops.
Yeah, he is. That's really good.
I'm not sure I can say the same for Ayaash.
Ayaash is getting hit a lot, which is really impacting his missile drops, but being at 1 super here is really not ideal. But you can see he's kind of doing a similar thing. He's conserving that 1 super for... Oh, he shoots just a little too late. Another change about this game compared to other Metroid games is that Metroids do not stay frozen for a long time. So you got to be a little quicker about them. 40 and 4. I am not sure I agree with Kirby using regular missiles there. I probably would have used 2 supers, but...
Supers control you. They only have a 9.7% drop rate from the green ring because coming up here in about a moment.
Yeah,
so it's a gamble.
I honestly think I would have used some supers in that approach. Kirby looks like he's going for old school Torian strats. He's going to destroy 2 Zebs and then go back and farm to full, rather than doing the Zeb skip.
Might take him a while, though.
Yep. Looks like Ayaash had a pretty rough time in that previous Metroid room. But he's using his supers now. One of the things about using supers is that being short on health does not affect your super drop rate. So if you're short on health, it's smarter to use supers compared to regular missiles, just because then you can get missile drops.
Ayaash is going to have a very long farm here. Only 5 and 4.
Yeah, Kirby's getting really trolled by these supers. He doesn't need them. So we'll see Kirby coming through Zeb room here. He has 1 missile to spare for Mother Brain. So it takes 20 missiles to destroy the glass, and then 15 and 4 to actually kill her. He looks good here, setting up in the safe spot. The only things that can hit him here are the Rinkas. So long as, if he's morphed, Mother Brain's beam won't hit him. Making use of a game quirk here to kind of get a speed booster.
Out, 3 Zebs here.
Nope.
Oh no, he's going to go for all 4 of them.
So then he's going to go back and farm. I mean, taking out Kirby. Did Kirby miss the Shine Spark? I actually didn't see.
Looks like it.
That's unfortunate, but the reason you can get a Shine Spark there is because the game doesn't actually treat that as a wall. It just keeps resetting your position. So... yeah,
during...
as far as it's concerned, you haven't stopped running. You can also do that against Kraid, but, you know, you need a speed booster. So you have to... you're either... if you can do that against Kraid, you've either bomb jumped over him to try and be fancy, or you're playing a randomizer.
Well, in the randomizer's case, you could theoretically space jump over him as well.
I mean, okay, sure. Or you could speed boost behind him. But okay, now Ayaash is fighting Mother Brain. He has a lot more leeway than Kirby does because of the additional Zebs he destroyed. He doesn't have to use missiles on them. And he's using the jump up from the lava setup. No, I think that was intentional. It's very easy to get up to that ledge from the lava compared to not always the easiest thing from the platform.
I see.
Ayaash taking out Mother Brain, setting up for his Shine Spark.
Yep, there's not much to see on Kirby's screen, just a long cutscene.
Ayaash gets the spark. Good job, dude. And then he's platforming his way up here. Okay, I was worried he was going to fall down there. But nope. And we see Kirby getting the emergency pistol, and he's going to be starting off suitless. Suitless is
my personal favorite part of the game.
Yeah, it's not the most popular part of the game, especially among casual players, but from a speedrunning perspective, it's honestly kind of fun just because it's all platforming.
There's nothing really to shoot because you can only freeze things.
Yep, I mean, you do want to freeze pirates in a few specific spots, and you do move through a few rooms in ways to manipulate the pirates. Kirby skipping the map, way to go. Taking the refill, a very smart decision.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost a lot of time in any percent. And just kind of brain farting on that jump, it looks like.
Pirates will do 100 damage, so in any percentage will give you 3 or 4 more hits, which is an excellent source of insurance against.
What are you doing? Kirby? Okay. Okay. So Kirby kind of unfortunately had a rough time with manipulating the pirates in that first room, so he's got to wait at that gate there.
Let's see how he does against a wire skip.
Yep, there's a tripwire under here, so it's supposed to catch you by surprise, but Kirby knows it's there. So he is able to deftly wall jump away from it.
Nice and easy.
And Ayaash is going to be starting off his own suitless here.
What's really cool about suitless is there are a lot of hidden passageways you can use to skip a few sections.
There's a lot of developer-intended shortcuts all throughout this area.
It's the largest area, so that's most likely why. Now let's see Ayaash's attempt at the map skip.
Yep. Kirby taking another shortcut. That one saves a lot of time.
I believe it saves 2 room transitions.
It's a lot. Ayaash gets the jump extend and the map skip. Way to go. Nobody is ashamed here. He's also healing. I can't say I blame him for that decision. I mean, Kirby... Oh, Kirby is doing
the wrong door.
Old school setup. No, this is an old school setup.
Oh.
That is a very old school strat for game time.
Oh, faster for game time.
Yeah, that is an old school strat.
I've never seen that before.
Which, I mean, you don't see that anymore just because it's slower for real time. Nowadays we can just do fast searchlights.
Well, even back in the day when I started, we were still IGT focused.
No, we switched to real time in 2014, 2015, something like that. Ayaash wisely waiting there for the alarm to go off. Oh, nice. I thought he might have run a little too early, but he actually got it. I'm talking like that's like a.
Oh, I'm referring to the emulator.
Oh, yeah, emulator RTA has been a thing for not nearly as long as real time. Kirby missing the jump, so he's just going to reset the room. Getting those searchlights out of position is really, really annoying to deal with.
Kirby not going for the Fungineer jump.
I mean, I can't really blame him. It's okay. So Kirby's coming up to Samstrat here. Samstrat, basically, he moves through this room in such a particular way that it's going to cause the alarm to turn off right about here. Oof, that was close, but he got it. And because of that, he doesn't have to duck into a save room a couple rooms ahead.
Saves about a second.
It's a viable real-time strat. It costs frames to miss it game time. Ayaash having a bit of trouble with the pirates there, but he healed, so he's okay. He's also taking the shortcut. Good stuff. So the reason we use real time is mostly just because game time is broken. There are certain things you can pause during that will advance the game timer. Or no, sorry, that will advance events without advancing the game timer. Kirby had a rough time in that room. So like boss deaths are a perfect example. You can just mash pause. You can just mash pause during a boss death animation, and the boss will continue to die, but the game timer won't be advancing. So, you know, in theory, if we still went by world record, the world record run would probably spend an hour or 2 pausing. Okay, maybe not 2 hours, but it would spend a lot of time just pausing and unpausing, and it would just be ridiculous.
Let's see how Ayaash does with the Sam strat. Did he go for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't. If he did, it looks like he just messed it up a little bit. So he's gonna have to duck into the save room. Kirby going into the Charlie fight. Looks like he took a couple hits there. But Ayaash is gonna have to duck into a save room here to turn off the alarm rather than waiting. Nope, he's actually taking a safety heal. That's a safety strat. Looks like he meant to save there. I can see that. The last part of Suitless here is the most unforgiving with pirate patterns.
And Charlie can troll you quite a bit. I think we might see some of that from Kirby's screen here in a moment.
Hopefully we don't see anything weird. Charlie is a random boss. Basically, you want to shoot these sigils when they appear, and it's a random amount of time. They could appear instantly, they could appear after like 10 seconds.
You'll be seeing Kirby shoot Charlie. Well, I guess Kirby. Samus will be shooting herself to hasten the amount of time in between the sigils appearances.
Ayaash taking a lot of damage in that room. That's probably why he healed, and Kirby's done with Charlie. So, not a bad Suitless for Kirby. Oh no, Charlie glitch. If you turn around frame perfectly, you can get Ayaash really stretching the limits of that hitbox. Oh man.
Going for a nice casual stat here for safety purposes. I don't blame him.
Yep. So he's probably going to be healing. Yeah, there he goes. Man, Ayaash was probably sub-pixels away from death there. Oof.
You got your fully powered suit. Now going straight to the final boss. There's nothing else.
For a fully powered suit, Kirby is actually pretty weak. No, Kirby, what are you doing?
Kirby.
He's not getting another super missile.
Oh, this will be an experience. I'm looking forward to this.
I mean,
he's just wrapped one in the lava.
Yeah, I hope that's what he does, because trying to do 4 super mecha is not the ideal approach. Kirby, what are you doing?
Work bot room.
That's the last super that he has available to him. Huh.
You could get the one in the room to the right. Nope.
Nope. Yeah, this is a really interesting route from Kirby. Oh, you know what I bet happened? I bet that he's used to getting Brinstar Super, but he failed at this run, so he just completely blanked on needing to pick up additional supers.
That would be hilarious.
Ayaash fighting Charlie here. Let's see if he has some good luck here. Just a little late on that. So you see Ayaash running around a lot because Charlie won't shoot lightning at you as long as you're moving, except in this last phase.
He won't target you with the lightning in the last phase. He will target the center.
Yeah, he'll shoot that one that kind of crawls around the room. Oh, Ayaash just missing that shot. He's getting some unfortunate. Oh my god, he's getting some unfortunate patterns here. Hey, man. And you can see Charlie starts moving faster and faster too. So the more you mess it up, the harder it is to actually land the shot. Oh, there he goes. Wow, he died in a really good spot. That'll save him some frames. And Kirby's going for a work bot. That's. I think Kirby's listening to the commentary or watching the chat here.
I'm a little relieved.
Okay. Ayaash getting his fully powered suit. Kirby missing the swag shot.
Fully powered suit with quotes around it, since we're missing quite a few upgrades.
Pirates do 50 damage. You can't kill them super quickly unless you use Charge Beam, and you still only have the short beam.
The Black Pirates only do 25 for some reason.
Well, Black Pirates also hit you a lot faster.
That's
gosh, not quite killing that pirate there. Let's see. Let's hope he remembers to get this super. There we go. Way to go, Ayaash. Getting the correct super for any percent. Oh, no swags pirate draft from Kirby. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I thought that would be a strat he would go for.
I think we'll see the swag boost from Kirby.
Swag boost?
Later on.
No, I don't think we will. No one goes for it.
I do.
You don't count. Oh, Ayaash picking up the safety supers. That's an interesting approach. You normally don't see that just because you don't need... Oh, Kirby having a rough time in this room. There's a lot of pirates here. A lot of pirates.
This maze can be quite confusing with the pirate locations.
Okay, well, it's not so much that it's confusing, it's just they all show up at once, so it's very easy to just get knocked around and be unable to do for it.
It's not too bad if you know the time.
Unable to do anything. I don't know why on earth I came up with do for it, but... Okay. Ayaash is coming up to the mothership here. Kirby coming up to the final boss. Mecha
takes 5 supers and I want to say 4 missiles, maybe 3 missiles.
Yeah, it's practically you're just going to shoot 6 supers. But Kirby bombing the claws as we watch Mecha crawl in. This is another one of those look closely and you'll see a boss fights. Oh, Kirby! Kirby doing Hondo strats. Kirby! Okay, there he goes.
Thankfully, Mecha didn't do anything too exciting, so Kirby had quite the easy fight.
Mecha can troll you in any percent, and Kirby got good patterns. Oh, he's going for Door Bomb. Let's see if he gets it. Nope, not even close. Okay, never mind.
Hopefully Kirby will have a nice escape here.
Yep, Ayaash making use of another shortcut. Not having to get the Workbot supers, notably. This room is the worst room in any percent that Kirby's in. Trying to double shot those blocks is stupid. Okay, so Kirby's now making his way through the much more densely populated ship. Be high-fiving with Ayaash here in a minute. Kirby forgetting he doesn't have power bombs. Oh. Okay, nothing too bad happened there, fortunately.
Let's hope Kirby remembers that he can, in fact, do the escape spar for the escape space,
Kirby,
depending on his desire.
I strongly doubt we're going to see a space boost. Kirby going to have to make use of his now limited missile count. Okay, so you'll see him setting up in a very particular position. That's to break those blocks on the way. Hey, Kirby! Kirby! Kirby!
Now he's going to a ball.
Let's see if he knows the proper backup. Oh, no, the Workbot's in the way. Oh, no.
No, he can't even do the backup. He just has to take a slow route.
Casual old shine break. What a beast. Okay, let's see. See what Kirby does.
Shine break is easier.
Okay, yeah, there we go. He's going for the ball spark. That's the smart decision. It's faster. It's easier. Okay, let's see if he can get the setup for these Black Pirates here. Black Pirates are the true final boss of any percent. He got most of it. Messed it up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to wait for the second pirate, and Kirby finishes with an official SRL time of 43:45.
Which is actually a race PB for him.
Yep, by 1 minute and 39 seconds. Way to go, Kirby. Ayaash making his way up to Mecha Ridley now. Looks like he's going to take a safety heal. Which, with that health, I really cannot say that that's a bad idea. Mecha does hurt, and you don't have a lot of health in any percent.
I think he would have 2 hits.
Yeah, I think it's in... I think he deals 100 damage.
I know if you contact him in the start with 100%, he will do 150 damage, which is how I judge whether I have 100% or not.
That's an interesting approach. But, okay.
I believe Mecha does 150% damage or 200. I think it's 200%.
I think it's triple health and double damage. So I guess he only hits for 75. So 2 hits.
Either way, it's not a big deal now since he has 8 supers and 400 health. 399 if you want to be more technical.
Yep. So he's going to be waiting. Let's see what sort of pattern Mecha gives him. He's just waiting for the swipe, which is the traditional strat. And of course, it's like never coming. Oh, boop. Ayaash. Okay. See, in this situation, I would have jumped to try and trigger his thing early, but he...
slow and steady wins the race.
Yep, I mean...
Well, slow and steady finishes the race, I suppose.
It paid off for him in a few circumstances. Especially Pillar Room.
Pillar Room and Kirby also missed Acid One skill.
Yeah. So let's see how he handles this worst of rooms.
Indeed, the backup super definitely was the right play.
And I mean, that just comes down, that's one of those things that comes down to each runner. Like, if you know that you're not going to nail 6 supers one right after the other, then, you know, you make the play for the backup super. Which, I mean, that's not a bad strategy in a race like this. Same with additional elite tanks.
No one can know you better than yourself. So.
Yep, and he's taking it slow in this room, which this room can troll you. No way around it.
We saw that from Kirby earlier.
Yep. So, oh, got sniped there.
Yep, from the chat, you were right, John. Kirby genuinely forgot to get the super, since he thought that he'd gotten our super.
So now Ayaash is setting up for Escape Spark. Looks like he's taking a little bit of time to set this guy up. He should be okay there. Oh, doesn't quite press down fast enough. Let's see if he knows the correct backup. He doesn't. If you run left, you can ball spark onto that little slope there. And save yourself a little bit of time compared to all the way down.
The pirate.
Yep. And he gets the ball spark. I hope he's far enough right. Yes, he is. Good.
Fine.
Okay, that was further left than I usually go. I don't like to take that risk.
With a game time of 30:48.
Yep, Ayaash killing the red pirate. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's doing a different setup for the black pirates. Oh, he's standing too far to the left and he gets hit.
Oh, he gets trolled.
Okay, that should be good.
He should be able to get it this time now. Yep.
Yep.
Gonna need to wait for the black pirate a little bit though.
Let's see. Okay, so now
Ayaash finishes with
finishing
an
with
SRL
a 47
time.
44. 47-44.
Also a race PB.
Yep,
so
by 1 minute 8 seconds. Yep.
So congratulations to both of our runners.
Good job, everyone.
And congratulations to Kirby for winning.
That was quite a way to open up this tournament. Just back and forth all the time. You really just see just how easy it is for things to go wrong in this category sometimes. But they persevered, got through it, both finished with SRL PBs. So, good stuff.
So Kirby will be facing off in the second round against the winner of either Paulsmore or Ziggy.
Or who?
Ziggy.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to put my money on Paulsmore for that one.
Paulsmore is very strong runner, and he's known for being one of the most consistent runners out there.
Yep.
So I suppose our last experience with Paulsmore didn't quite go as expected.
Paulsmore is just such a consistent player. I have a hard time seeing him doing much worse than top 5 in this tourney.
Paulsmore has been known to get second place in every tournament thus far.
Yep. So let's see. I think we might be having Ayaash and kirbymastah coming in here for an interview. I think.
Fully momentarily?
I think. Maybe not.
I suppose we can wait a few moments here while we figure out what Ayaash's IGT is.
Oh, wait a second. Who do we have? We have Kirby.
How was your run, Kirby?
It was something.
It really was.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Some of it, I mean, it's kind of not surprising given I didn't touch anything starting from Crate onward, so I'm not surprised.
It was certainly a lot of fun to watch, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I admit my hands, I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but my hands are starting to get really cold in the second half of the run. Just like, I can't, my wall jumping started screwing up a lot more, but that was fun.
So I have a very important question for you. How much time did you spend practicing horizontal bomb jump?
For this tournament specifically?
Yep.
Everything you saw on stream. And I guess if you count the play rounds I did during like randomizers.
All right. So, how did you feel about your run, Ayaash?
I feel quite happy about it. It's not my greater run of all times. I did a really shitty suitless, but I will do with that.
Well, you got through the run and you finished it.
Yes.
I think you were ahead for some time.
Yeah, you pulled ahead of Kirby. I think.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, you pulled ahead of him twice. Once because Kirby fell in Pillar Room, and once because he missed Acid Worm Skip.
Oh, you missed Acid Worm Skip?
I missed Acid Worm Skip. I did HPJ.
Horizontal Vibe Jump? Oh, well done.
Yeah, so it was quite a race to watch for the first like 15, 20 minutes.
Kirby accidentally forgot the third super, where you break the speed booster blocks after Charlie.
Oh yeah, that.
That was
yeah,
hilarious.
so I'm so used to getting. So like I used to be really consistent at the Brinstar super that it never occurred to me that I had to get a third backup super like ever. So yeah, I think that's self-explanatory from there. I kind of realized like partway through, wait, I only have 4 supers. Let's get the work bot super.
At first I thought, oh, maybe he's just going for the one in the lava. And I thought, oh, no, I don't know what he's doing.
I had a gut feeling that you would figure it out by the time you went to Workbot Room.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd figure it out. 4 Super Ridley or Mecha Ridley would have been quite a sight.
We hoped you had the stream so you could hear us. But...
All right, so do you have the bracket in front of you, Whale? Who are these guys going to go on to face?
Is like I said, Kirby's going to face off against either Paulsmore or Ayaash. Let me figure out who Ayaash will go up against.
I will go against Paulsmore or Zigugi, I think.
Yes.
I think it will be with Zigugi.
Yeah.
Yes, he will be facing off
another French runner. It's perfect. Another French.
Yep. And then Kirby. Wait, I thought you said Kirby was facing winner of Paulsmore.
Yeah, the winner faces the winner, the loser faces the loser.
That's funny.
It's certainly odd, but I believe there is, in fact, one match in the tournament where that works out.
And it's this one.
Yeah, because 7 will face off against 10 if you divide by 16. That's how it works.
All right, cool stuff. So how are you guys feeling about your next race? That hasn't actually been decided who your opponent is yet.
I should probably de-rust more.
Probably. I think we all know which of us will run against which one, because the race is like this one already decided. I think only if Paulsmore died or something happened, I think I will run against Zigugi.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about any percent. I mean,
yes, maybe, but I don't really think it will be. There will be a great performance from Zigugi or a really bad performance from Paulsmore.
I'm not actually sure Paulsmore's been playing much lately. So.
I don't think he has either, but never before has he let that stop him. So we'll see.
Paulsmore, the consistent runner of the century.
Excuse me. It was probably it could go either way, but I think it's gonna lean in Paulsmore's favor, but that's definitely not definite. Yeah. All right. So let's see. What's the speed gaming schedule? What is next?
Tomorrow we should have a match between Den and Hey Tall Man. So
And
that's
we've got a bunch more matches on Friday as well.
Yes, I believe you have 3 or 4. So look forward to more Metroid Zero Mission coming up within the next few days.
Yeah, a lot of Zero Mission coming up.
The first round of the tournament, and I would say it was an excellent match to commentate and a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully every race is as good as this one. This one was quite a treat to watch. Thank you guys for both.
Thank you for
commentating.
commentating.
Thank you for commentating, yes.
And GG.
Right. Yeah.
GG to you.
Good runs, guys.
Yep, GG. I'll see you all around.
Yep. I think with that, we'll be signing off and getting out of here and handing it off to the Speed Gaming crew.
Indeed.